It's time for the AFC Championship.
One of these two teams will be right back here in 2 weeks' time. Who will it be? Well, we'll see. Off we go in the AFC title game. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, report. Yo.
On the option right is Jackson. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now it's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 16. Last play they got stumped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
13.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. They shakes him off. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely from 8 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish an inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. To throw is Garoppolo. He He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. This is screen to Abdullah. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And the Raiders are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as he'll take this down to the 10-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some marksmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now Jackson. That's complete with Zay Flowers with it. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at him. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 62 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown, and he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Stewart to carry the ball the way down, and then Cam, he's such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
61 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play.
Now a carry for Jay. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down.
To throw, it's Garoppolo.
That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Likely.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
In motion left goes a tight end. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this AFC title game.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Room for Jacobs there on first down as he takes this one forward for a pickup of about 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Running the ball served them well all game long, and there's another example as they pick up a first down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Running is Jacobs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 12-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spanned 75 yards. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get him much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable here from the 38.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A little juke.
168 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
And the Ravens taking the field.
And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that, with a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic.
180. Hey, Ozzy, you go.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. Shoves him aside. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
This is intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's A.J. Cole now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is taken at the 18. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:47 on the clock. Their Super Bowl hopes hanging by a thread as they come up on 1st down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. Here's Jackson.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Going on the ground with Jacobs. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Garoppolo looking to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One last shot for Jackson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
The Raiders, they are Super Bowl bound. Thanks for watching.